Hey ladies, so nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what I'm obsessing over right now at this very moment. New things that I have tried and I love. 3 of them are actually in the experimental stage. I'm always trying new things. Drives my husband crazy. He's always like, what new thing are you trying this week? But in my defense, if I don't try, I don't know if it works or not. So I've got to try things. When they work, then it's a love affair. When they don't work, I move on. So 3 of them are very exciting to me because it is combating the menopausal belly fat, which I have been working on for a very long time. Ever since menopause, this belly fat has been driving me nuts. When the fat goes around your waist, it's more than vanity. That's a dangerous place to have fat. So I am determined to nip this in the bud and conquer this menopausal belly fat. And I really am excited this time. There are things that I have done in the past that have helped, but this I think is going to end it once and for all. Ladies, I'm determined to come out with a 6-pack. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you are and hit the bell so that you can be notified of upcoming videos, because there's going to be a follow-up video where I really know if these things have worked or not. I feel really optimistic. So let's get into it. So let's start right here with Cousin It. So this is a hairpiece. My whole life I go back and forth. Bangs, no bangs, bangs, no bangs. So I thought, let me get a little bang hairpiece. After all these years, a light bulb finally went off in my head and I thought to order this. Bangs. So I put this on, and my husband, who is extremely observant, thought that I'd gone and got my bangs cut. He could not tell that I had a little headpiece on. So it took me a hot minute to figure out how to do this, because I've never ever dealt with any sort of wigs or anything like this. But another thing too, like as we age, a lot of us, our hair is thinning, right? So I have been on this extreme journey of really growing long, healthy hair, but that is an issue that a lot of us deal with, is thinning hair. So why not throw on a little hairpiece? Like, this is genius in my opinion. So they come with these little combs, and I could not figure out how to get them to snap into my hair, but you just sort of press them upwards. It's kind of a snap thing, and then you just kind of put it on top of your head. It's so easy to put on. I'm gonna try to do it without a mirror. It's not gonna work out, but you just sort of put it. Let me try and look in the monitor. I know it's gonna look ridiculous, but you need to take a minute to kind of get it in there and make it look good. But you get the idea. It's just so simple to snap in there and suddenly, boom, you got bangs. It actually makes me want to go cut my bangs. But my husband is like, why cut your bangs? Just put that on when you want it. I think this color is a really good match for me, but you can take it into your hairdresser and they can match it to your hair color. You can go in and have the bangs trimmed. Like, they can fix it so that it's perfect. Another thing that I realized that it is really good for is I have not been to get my hair colored in, I think it's 3 months now. I really hate going to the hairdresser. I hate making appointments, period. That's why I'm a DIYer. I like doing stuff myself. Unfortunately, I cannot take my head off my shoulders to do my own hair. Trust me, I have tried and it's never been successful. So I don't go to the hairdresser very often. So I have all these roots. This is a great way to hide the roots. So I just think this is really fun and just such a great idea. I would suggest not to go for the cheap ones. I got this on Amazon for $30, but you can get them really, really cheap. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it'll look very real. So spend a little more and you will get what you pay for. The next thing I'm going to talk about also has to do with the hair. It's these little rubbery scrunchies. So a friend of mine uses them all the time, and I looked at them and thought, nope, not for me. That's gonna catch my hair, it's gonna pull my hair. And I've been working so long at trying to have healthy, long hair. Like I would never, ever, ever dream of using something that looked all twisty and like it would definitely grab my hair and rip it out. But I went to the gym recently and I had not brought anything to hold my hair back. So my friend gave me one of these and I'm like, I'm not gonna use that. And she was like annoyed with me and she's like, why wouldn't you use it? They're great. So I took it, I put it on my wrist. I'm like, I will just try to work out with my hair down, but it was driving me crazy. So I decided, okay, I will use it. And since that moment, I have never looked back because the thing I love about it is, first of all, it doesn't catch my hair. I know I'm making a mess. My hair, I'm sure, looks ridiculous, but here's the thing that I love about it. So if I'm in dance class and I'm jumping around, being silly and crazy, like this thing does not move. Like it stays in place. Whereas if I have my scrunchie, it's always coming out and I'm always adjusting it. But when you put this in, it stays in and it just comes out like easily. No hair is being tugged. So this is my new favorite thing. I've been telling everyone about it and everyone I tell, it's like, yeah, Carolyn, I've been using those for a long time. So maybe if there's one of you out there who has not tried it and has not heard about them and has long hair and wants your ponytail to stay in place, give them a try. They're kind of fabulous. So let's move on to the most exciting part, my 3 belly eliminators. Okay, so castor oil. I know, castor oil. We've been using this for years. It has so many things that you can use it for. There are a few things that we need to keep in mind when we're using castor oil. If it's been sitting in your closet for a couple of years and you pull it out and you're like, oh yeah, castor oil, don't use that one. They really do go bad. You want to get a fresh bottle. You want to get it in a dark bottle. You want to make sure that it's a glass bottle. You want to make sure that it's organic. You want to make sure that it is extra virgin, and you want to make sure that it is cold pressed. Out of all the amazing things that castor oil does, and that's probably an entire video just on castor oil, but I have been reading so much lately about how good it is for our gut. So you just take a little drop, a few drops, depending on how deep your belly button is, I guess, and you put it in your belly button at night and you just massage it in. I go ahead and smooth it all over my entire belly just because it is such a great moisturizer. It's a pain to use because it is thick and it's sticky and it's hard to massage it in. But since I'm putting a little bit in my belly button anyways, I just give my whole belly a nice little rub with it. And this is my first thing that I'm doing towards getting rid of that extra fat around my belly. I am first going to conquer my gut, which there's so much inflammation in there and I have so much bloating. Already, I've been using it for about a week. I can already see the difference. So castor oil. Before I tell you what the next item is, I have to say, have an open mind. Don't just turn it off the second I say what it is and say, nope, that's not for me. Just listen, hear me out. You ready? Creatine. So creatine, I know everyone thinks that's for bodybuilders. I don't want to be this big bulked up woman. That's not what it's gonna do. But to conquer fat, you need to build muscle. We need to be doing more heavy weights because I have been doing weights as long as I can remember. I mean, a teenager, I started getting really into weightlifting. I've never been big and bulky, but I've always been defined. I have noticed that that definition has definitely gone away recently. You can see a little, but it's not anything like what it used to be. So I am losing muscle and gaining fat. The way to get rid of the fat is to gain more muscle. So this is going to help me to gain more muscle, and it's going to help me with my heavy lifting because I was always of the mindset you do very light weights and a lot of repetitions. But everything now, all the information that is coming out for us older women is we need to put the weights as heavy as we can, do it until we're losing the form, like we can't do it anymore, and then take a break and then go back. So less reps, heavier weights, the opposite of what I have been doing my entire life. So you always got to reprogram your brain. We should not be saying, we've always done it this way, it always worked for me, I'm gonna continue doing it this way because it's not working for me anymore. So the creatine, the thing that women, well, a couple of things that women panic over. They think that they're gonna turn into a bodybuilder. That's not gonna happen. And the other thing is that they think that they're gonna gain weight. And you may. That is another thing we need to do. We need to get rid of our scales because how much we weigh doesn't determine our health, first of all, or what our body looks like. There's a lot of skinny fat people out there. So you need to get rid of your fat. Muscle weighs more. So if on the scale, it looks like you've gained a pound or two, it's probably just gaining muscle and getting rid of fat. What you do need to do, and I've done this, I've just pulled it out like a week ago, a measuring tape. Measured my waist, measured my hips, measured my thighs because all of my problem areas are on my lower half. So I measured those things. I'm gonna stay away from the scale. Doesn't matter what I weigh. I just wanna see that my waist goes down. And even though we will be able to tell by how our clothes fit, it's kind of fun to see with a measuring tape where we started and how many inches we go down. So I really do have high hopes for this creatine. It is the supplement that is most tested. It's been around for so long and is really, really a highly tested supplement and something that you actually see. All the supplements that we take, so we take our vitamin D and we take our vitamin C, but I don't know, we don't really notice any difference. We're gonna notice a difference with this, which is kind of fun and really exciting. And also from what I have heard, you wanna take it in the powder form. You don't wanna take pills. And lastly, let me show you this machine that I'm using. It's kind of a smaller version than what you would see in a med spa, but they do have these in med spas where they work at breaking down your fat and tightening up your skin. It's not that expensive, it's less than $300. But it's got body attachments and it has face attachments. I've only ever used the body attachments and I've only used it twice. So I want to use it for a good 2 months to really see what it can do. And then I promise I will give you a video on it. Whether it helped or not, I will let you know. So those are a few of my favorite things. I know, don't quit your day job. My father always told me, and all of my siblings, that we had beautiful voices. He was very complimentary. We were all beautiful. We could all do anything. We could do no wrong. He was an amazing father to have, but a little delusional when it came to his children. Anyways, enough about that. That's it for today, ladies. I am so glad you came and hung out with me today. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I love you guys so much. Have an absolutely fabulous day. Bye.